The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the September 25th, the wonderful Wednesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's have an extraordinary day. Let's have a wonderful Wednesday. And the easiest way to do that is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But more importantly than that, during this next 60 minutes, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone and dial on in at 877-927-6648. But look, we've got you covered. If you can't dial in, we understand. You can always just send me an email, but send it early. Steve@TFNN.com. Inside the subject heading of the email, please put radio show question. Of course, our Tigers then. Well, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on wonderful Wednesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, the Dow up 147 points, about 0.5%. S&P's up 9 points. NASDAQ 100 up 39. The Russell's up 11. The SOX is up 0.7%, about 11 points. New York Stock Exchange. Everything is mean and green. I guess if it's green, it can't be mean. But it goes with it goes. That's the expression. That's the saying. You got the spot volatility index. It's still above its 50-day exponential moving average. I believe it is. We'll check on that. It's down 52 cents, trading at 16.52. Gold's off $27, pulled back to a key level of support that we'll take a look at during the show. Maybe we'll go right to it. No, we won't go right to it. Silver is down 53 cents, nearly 3% to the downside. Light sweet crude off a couple percent as well. That's trading down at $56. Leading the charge, by the way, to the upside. We've got Synex Corp. That's up $18 or 20%. Google's up 1%, a little over 1%, $16. To the downside at Chipotle off $11. Credit Suisse down 10. AutoZone off 10 as well. But let's go to all the way out to Martinez, California, and speak with Brent. Brent, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Steve. I don't mean to keep pelting you with these questions, but I want to ask you about natural gas, and if you don't mind.
Listen, Brent, we sell bracelets around here. I don't know if you know that. They say it's got WWBD. What would Brent do? Okay, so. And they're sold out. So folks want you to call in. So really, thank you for doing that. And today, one of the things we're going to look at with Brent is the ETF, I believe, for natural gas, UNG. So tell us what you're doing, how I can help you out here.
I was actually going to have you just look at the natural gas contract, and if you don't mind, I wouldn't mind sharing. It's kind of a quick story. I just think it's something worth sharing with you and the audience.
Yes, please.
My oldest son just got engaged over the summer, and
congrats.
His wife to be, and he's been looking at different venues, of course, to find out where they want to have the ceremony. And one of the places that they found, they're very outdoorsy, so they like something that's going to be near a lake or something. And so they found this place that's used to be a Girl Scout camp, and it was donated to this person who I had kind of heard of the story, but I had never met. And he's, I don't know if you heard of the person that he has cerebral palsy, and he was able to, was determined to climb El Capitan.
Okay.
And so he had a little system set up. It's almost like a little, seat for him to sit in, and he had to do a bunch of pull-ups, like 3,000 pull-ups a day in order to be able to do it. And anyways, he did achieve that, and so I did get a chance to meet him. He's the one that actually runs the camp. It was donated to him and his wife, and their whole thing is have this camp for handicapped children, and they have one-on-one counselors for each child to, take them through the program, and just very inspirational. And it's just nice to know there's people out there trying to do stuff like that still, and guys
there's
are great
no
heart,
doubt.
super nice people, and
it's a great story.
Them.
Yeah, no, it's a great story. Steve, that's Stephen Wampler. Is that the gentleman? Yeah. Yep. So, a great story, but more so just simply your conclusion about the fact that, you've got folks out there that are trying to help others. And really that actually goes back to the comment that I made about the bracelets out there. But the reality is, when you do call in, Brent, and I know that because I can see the comments inside the Tiger's Den and so forth, that people do appreciate when you call in, and they do want to know what you're looking at, and your calls and what you're looking at, they're also to help people. So slightly different than Stephen Wampler, but the reality is, in this show and all the shows that take place here at TFNN, we're really all in this boat together, which is trying to make money, trying to make the best calls that we can about whatever instrument it is we're looking at, what it's doing. And so, so please call. Congrats to your son. I think it's cool. That I got married the first time around outdoors. So and we had 2 rainbows. It didn't work out. But it was a cool day and cool rainbows out there. It actually did work out because I got some great kids and grandkids out of it and the whole thing. And in any event, so hey, let's get to natural gas. So tell us. So what are you thinking here?
Well, the reason I wanted you to look at that as opposed to the UNG, it just has a little different pattern because, of course, it trades overnight, and the UNG doesn't do that. So I think we might be a little short on the count, the TD9 count, but I wanted to see where we're at with that. And then it seemed like it has done a 382 retracement today with a little bit of a bullish reversal candle. So I just wanted your thoughts on that. This is on the daily I'm speaking of, so just have to take a look at it and see where we're at.
Sure. So, here's what we know about natural gas. It from the bottom, from back in the August timeframe, didn't make a topping pattern per se as price moved up. But what we did know is we knew that natural gas had broken down to the price point of $2.71. That was established by the TD setup 9 count. And lo and behold, on the trading session of, and we're taking a look at the November contract right now, we can see that natural gas topped on September 17th, right there at that 271 level. Now, the charts that I'm going to share with you, Brent, the white background chart comes from Ninja Trader, and on occasion, its TAS market profiles are going to be different than the ones that are in my black background chart from eSignal. It's just the way it is. You just have to live with it. I see we're going into a break here, so stay through the break. And then also know that as far as the count is concerned, I've got it is count number or bar number 5 today. But stick with me because we want to take a look at the daily, the weekly, and the monthly time frame chart for this and try to answer every question that we can, which is, hey, maybe where is natural gas going to bottom on this pullback? Steve Rhodes with Brent from Martinez, California. And we'll be back in just a few.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. We're taking a look at the November contract for Lightspeed Crew, which also is what is inside the UNG ETF as well. And I went ahead and adjusted my black background screens here to make sure we're all in sync. And so the one thing we're going to notice is that the TAS market profiles for the daily time frame are different. So on the black background screen, the very right-hand panel of my chart says that support is at $2.41, whereas my white background screen says $2.49 out there. So both are valid. Sometimes they just simply, we get different profile levels, and we really kind of trade them both or pay attention to both of them. But the first question was, where are we at with regard to its counts? And today should be bar number 5. Of course, we look for the potential of a bottom with a TD set of 9 counts, so you've got to get to bar number 9. That means a bottom could form on bars number 8, 9, or the following 9. So we're looking at today being Wednesday, this being 5, so 6, 7, 8 would take us till Monday. So between Monday and Wednesday is when we would be looking, if that count is still in place out there, to generate some type of bottom signal. Now, I do think that natural gas, at least at this stage, as 119 Brent, wants to continue to move sideways to lower. And the reason I say that is because when we take a look at the short-term time frame chart, the 30-minute chart, not the 30-minute chart that's on my screen in the black background, but instead this one here that also shows us our TD setup resistance and support, or our breakdown and breakout levels. And we can see that the breakdown level was $2.53. And that area was hit about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Let me get the exact time. At 12 noon. Okay, so an hour and 20 minutes ago, that level was hit. It was rejected at this stage. So if price were to close above that, then it says more of a rally. But right now, resistance is held on a short-term time frame out there. However, I do think we do want to be looking at a pullback to buy that next pullback area. And these would be the reasons. These would be the reasons why. And what they do, Brent, they force us to go take a look at the longer-term time frame. patterns that are out there. And to begin with, we'll start with the monthly time frame. Now, we can see that on the monthly chart here, it formed a bottom back in March of 2016, and it did it on bar number 8 on a monthly basis of the TD setup 9 count. And that led to quite a rally that led to a high back in December of 2016 out there. Where we're at right now is we are in bar number 8. So the pattern looks similar to back in the 2016 time frame. What is not similar is the month of September has not closed. And if the month of September were to close here, this count will go away. And the reason why it would go away is because the close would be above the close from bar number 5. And so the real number there to be looking at, I think the 30th is Monday, maybe?
It is Monday,
or it's over the weekend. I think I got my days kind of mixed up here. Maybe it's over the weekend. So if that's the case, we've got to look for Friday to see if natural gas closes below $2.45. If it does, then we will have a 9-count bottom similar to what we had back then, back in 2016, which would be a beautiful thing. If this pattern doesn't come into play, well, then that kind of takes us back to the weekly time frame. And the weekly time frame, and this is one of the things that I was looking for, it proved to be an erroneous thing to look for, at least at this stage here, was to actually see a lower low to get down to wave number 7. That would be letter G, and so that would be a low below the August 9th level, which is $2.11 out. I'm not calling for that to occur just yet. So Zach, I like the monthly chart, but boy, it'd sure be nice for natural gas to pull back, which it looks like it still wants to do, get that monthly close, and then hopefully get that daily TD setup 9 count. And it would be nice if all of that was occurring right around support of one of the profile levels, whether it was 241 or whether it was 249. Out there, wouldn't matter to me. So that's what I see when I'm taking a look at it.
That's great, Steve. That was a pretty full plate of analysis there. I appreciate it.
Yeah, well, the reason is because I'm actually looking at it for saying, hey, I wish I hadn't moved that first move, but there's always another move. We know resistance held. And so now just looking for that pattern setup to the downside to be able to take a long position in it. And so it's why I'm really familiar with the patterns that are out there. The pattern that I got wrong, though, no, there wasn't. I didn't really see a bottom signal out here on August the 5th from a pattern standpoint, and I was letting the monthly chart kind of rule my thinking there. That at this stage here has proved to be wrong, but that's okay. Now it's a matter of finding that pattern on some type of retracement to consider taking that long position.
Well, as always, I really appreciate it, Steve. Just have a great day, and I probably won't bother you tomorrow, but maybe the next day. You never know. So.
Oh, it's not a bother. So please call, and I'll wear my bracelet tomorrow.
All right, you take care, Steve. Thanks again.
Thanks, Brett. Thanks for having fun with me.
Bye.
You bet. All right, Brent in Martinez, California. So as we come back to the markets right now, you've got the Dow up at 142, up 142 points, the S&P 8. So let's try to figure out what the markets are communicating to you and I. So just as we went through natural gas there, we'd really do the same things. And when I say the same things, I feel grateful to have the opportunity to really to spend time with you each day with the objective of let's go make some money. And if anything, I was thinking about this last night as I was sitting on my deck. I always sit on my deck before I go to bed, read a little bit, nice breeze going out, look at some of the boats at night that may be traveling by. And as I was sitting there, so Brent's call is kind of apropos out there, I was thinking, what can we do different with the show, with this format here? Because it really is all about let's go make some money. and each of you have some different trading ideas out there. You might see something, 4 eyes are better than 2 and 8 are better than 4, and that whole spiel out there. But like yesterday, as an example, yesterday we come on the air, the market is moving lower. We're saying, hey, hold on a minute here, folks. Look at what just took place as we were at the 1 o'clock time frame. We got that TD setup 9 count. This is the 30-minute time frame chart. You can go back and replay yesterday's show. And as we got into 1:30, as well as 2, we saw we had that bullish engulfing candle that was forming. We get off the air about 5 minutes before 2, something like that. But we had the makings of that 9 count bottom. Suggested that especially short-term traders out there, adjust your stops, pay attention to what the market is communicating to us. And in fact, that was the bottom. So, or was the short-term bottom. We saw another bottom that formed overnight about 5:30 this morning, between 5:30 and 6, depending on what chart we looked at. That was that Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom signal. Here's the ES Mini, 30-minute time frame. I had to be up early this morning to take care of some other things out there, and so newsletter subscribers got the newsletter like around 7:30, but it really didn't matter. The patterns were already present. The patterns were already present in that they were telling us about the bounce that was going to take place, and the bounce was going to take the ES Mini up to 29.7750. That was easy. That was easy to call just by using these tools out here. 29.7750. That's the key level to be watching. That is where price recently broke down, and a close above that says more rally to come for the ES Mini. We'll be right back. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So we're taking a look at the short-term time frame charts for the equity futures contract. We were looking at the ES Mini. We know its resistance level. You know what to do, or you know what the market's going to communicate to you on any close above that resistance area. And again, that is 2977.50. So any close above that on a 30-minute basis is telling you that there's more rally to come. Now, are there any other clues out here? There's several. Let's go take a look at the NQ, though, so we can take a look at it. We don't just have to focus only on the ES Mini. We can see the same patterns that we're forming up here inside the NQ. Price is already above its resistance level, and that's 77.54.75. Now, this is going to be bar number 7 of a bar number 9 count potential out there. But bar number 7, you need to at least bar number 8 and 9. So you're looking at not until 3 o'clock, 3 to 3:30 before you get the message of a short-term top and maybe a bit of a sell-off going into the close. That's what this would signal to us based on the 30-minute time frame chart. If you take a look at a 2-hour time frame chart for the NQ, this is giving us a beautiful signal here of a decent bottom and a larger rally to come. Here, if you take a look at the high that was formed out here on the 120-minute time frame chart, it was with that Rhodes momentum indicator top. This is back on September the 12th. And now, if you take a look at here at the bottom, this is the Rhodes momentum indicator bottom signal. Big old key reversal, bullish engulfing. Also starting to do the wave count from that high back on the 12th. You get to wave number 7. That is letter G. Now, what the NQ is dealing with, it's dealing with the resistance of its new profile that had formed out here. This is a 2-hour time frame profile. This formed during the at 10 o'clock or at noon, I should say. So at noon out here, the top of that box is 77.66.50. We're trading at 77.66 right now. So a close above that, as we come in at 2 p.m., would be sending a signal to you. That is the NQ. Now, those are the intraday time frames out there. So what are the signals coming to you and I from on the daily? This is where things start to get a little tricky out here, because if there's going to be a turn in the market, it'll happen on the short-term time frame charts first. And so far, what we're seeing is we're seeing those signals on a 30, on a 60, on a 120 minute time frame chart. We're not seeing those same signals on the daily time frame chart. So, for example, the daily time frame chart here for the ES Mini, this should be day number 6 of a TD setup 9 count. In essence, we're really consolidating sideways to slightly lower, but nothing broken at this stage out here, at least as of 1:33 in the afternoon. And maybe this is just making a TD setup 9 count as well. Bar number 6 today, so 7 tomorrow, 8 on Friday, Sunday, Monday would be 9. So it would be a potential real bottom around Monday to Tuesday out there, if that count is what is unfolding on the daily time frame charts out here. Now, I said nothing really broken. What do you mean by nothing broken out there? Well, one of the things that I mean by nothing broken takes us to take a look at this chart. And this is really the same chart, but using 2 different symbols. This is the ES Mini. This is the daily time frame out here. In the left-hand panel, we touched upon this yesterday. We're going to touch upon it right now. It's important. And it's similar to the conversation that Brent and I began by looking at the natural gas contract, the November contract on my Ninja Trader charts versus the e-signal charts, and that had slightly different profiles. Well, here I'm just using the e-signal charts, but in this case, I'm using the December contract. That's the left panel. And then my synthetic contract on the very right-hand side. Now, the reason to use the synthetic contract is simply because we recently had contract rollover. If you look to the left-hand side of my screen, you see it's missing a lot of data out there because it's the December contract, and therefore I use a version, it's Stevie's version, synthetic version of a better continuous contract, the kind that I can rely upon for its market profiles. Now, its market profiles are different than the market profiles on the June contract. The December contract. The December contract had a bearish structured box. The synthetic contract has a bullish structured box. the bottom of the profile on the June, I don't know why I'm stuck with June, but I'll try to shake it. The December, if I say June, I'm really saying December. It's just the devil in me that's talking. But with regard to the December contract, the bottom of the box was 29.7280. Slight close below it yesterday. We're trading back above it right now. So though so far it does not have follow through. Now I don't know what the close looks like today. If you take a look at the right-hand panel, the synthetic version, the bottom of its profile, bullish structured profile, is 29.65. 29.64, really 50 would be the number that you would be looking at. Tested and rejected yesterday, tested and rejected so far today. So here's the way you play it. If you see a close below 29.64.50 today, then odds favor that there is a change in trend that is in place out there. That's what it would favor. And the reason why it would favor that is because if we go take a look at the spot volatility index, so that's the next thing for you and I to do, the spot volatility index is trading at 1650. And its 50-day exponential moving average at this time is 1618. I'm not looking at the chart, but here's the chart. It's on the lower left-hand panel out there. And so if you got a close below support, and we're looking at the ES Mini, and we're looking at the VIX, so we're dealing with the S&P 500. That's why we're just focused in this general area right now, so that we can get the message of the markets. If you got to close below the bottom of both of those profiles, along with the spot volatility index being above the 50-day exponential moving average, odds favor a further retracement. Now, we took a look at the daily time frame chart for the ES Mini. If we pull over the S&P 500, I'll do that for you, because not everybody and most people aren't accessing the futures contract, but you and I use that, especially for this show, because of the tools and the patterns that we use. If we were going to use the cash indice or a 30-minute chart for the S&P, we're missing out on a whole lot of data. And in fact, we're not going to get reliable results. We're not going to get any results. Well, can't say any results. We'll get some results, but nothing that's reliable for you and I to make that signal. I couldn't make the call this morning at 5:30 and 6 o'clock that the markets were signaling that we were going to see a bottom or bounce by using the cash indice. That would not have cut it. We couldn't have done it yesterday, by the way, when we came on the air at 1 o'clock to say, okay, hold your horses here. Let's look at the 30-minute time frame charts. We're getting signals of a bottom. We couldn't have done that with the cash indice. So you don't have to trade the futures contract, but if you're really interested in patterns that help you to identify the message of the equity markets, you must gain access to them. And you can do these TD counts. You don't need the tool that I have that automatically does that. You can do your wave counts like this here. Here's the daily, by the way, daily time frame chart for the S&P. You'll see that it too is likely in day number 6 of a TD setup 9-count bottom. You also see that, look, if you see there's a sell-off going into the close, price closes below the bottom of those box levels out there in the ES Mini, then the target to the downside for the S&P 500 becomes where it had broken out, 28.9185. Now, if there's a TD setup 9-count that forms above that level, that would be very bullish. That would be very strong out there. But we don't know if that's the case or not. We just know what to pay attention to as we get towards the Monday, Tuesday time frame out there. But there's your S&P 500 along with the ES Mini. And again, and you've got the number on the spot volatility index to be watching today as well, 1618. But you can't just think just one instrument here. You can't just think just one instrument here. That's why we just spent the time we did trying to put all this together for you, at least so you can understand my thinking, crazy thinking maybe at times, but really pretty solid most of the time. We'll be right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the tax opportunity zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. I guess we should go check emails, see if anybody here has put in a request for anything. Let me see if I get to the right spot. That would be helpful. So let me go to the TFNN emails out here. And so I don't have anything just yet. So let's go take a look at gold. Let's get off of the equity markets, natural gas. Let's go take a look at gold, see what it's doing, what we're watching for here. So if we take a look at gold contract, December gold contract, so far today it's pulled back to its point of control. The point of control, now this is looking at the daily time frame chart. So the point of control, we used our TAS market profiles to assist us with identifying support and resistance out here. And if we take a look at the bottom of this current profile is 1499.50. The center is 1506.90. The low of today is 1507.40. So right now, gold is still consolidating sideways. If price were to close below 1499.50, what it tells us is a change in trend. It would be the second confirmed change in trend signal out there to the downside. The first one coming back here on the trading day of September the 10th. Now, it wasn't just the close below the bottom of that profile that signaled that. It was the mere fact that when we take a look at the gold contract, it had generated so many Rhodes momentum indicator topping patterns out here. So the opposite of what the 30-minute time frame chart showed us for the ES, the NQ, and the Russell 2000 this morning. Just reverse and just a different time frame. If we're agnostic to the symbol that we're looking at and the time frame, these patterns work. Doesn't matter what we look at. They just simply work for each of these instruments out here. So if in fact gold takes out support, and I'm not saying that it will, but if it does, then what that signals to us is likely a move back to 1412.10. That would be one spot to be looking for, because that is where gold had most recently broke out. Any close below that says 1348.70, and below that 1284. Those would be the numbers. Those would be the breakout levels to be looking at. Now, if gold was able to actually close below the low, I think the low out here is, let me just make sure, is it the 10th? That was 1492. What is it on the 18th? 1490. So it's 1490. So this would be the potential. So if price closes below the low from September the 18th out there, that's 1490.70, then you're looking at an A to B equals CD to the downside. Now, we can't make that call. We can draw the pattern in there. It looks kind of cute, so to speak, but it doesn't mean a thing at this stage, because the more important pattern is that price is just simply trading in between its profiles out there. Now, 1490 is a pretty key level out there. What do you mean it's a key level? If we take a look at its horizontal trading ranges out here, here's the horizontal trading ranges, and what you're going to look at is, or what I'd like you to look at, are the green horizontal trading ranges, which are the weekly time frames. Now, this is the weekly time frame chart that we're looking at. The red lines, by the way, those are the monthly time frame horizontal trading ranges. They're going to be different than daily, because we're always looking at the body of a candle, and the bottom of a monthly candle is going to be different than the weekly candles out there. That's why there's differences. But what we can see that we do know also is that gold is trading with inside a range. And the range out here, we've got the profiles to look at, but we also have the horizontal trading ranges. And that range is between 1493.80 and 1561. Let's not worry about having to be so exact out there, but you can see it. So a break of either side is going to tell you what gold's next intent is as far as where price is headed to. So at this stage of the game, gold pulling back to a key level of support. You would expect that to hold, or at least for the bulls to try to put something together there. Now, when we take a look at a shorter term time frame, such as a 30-minute time frame, I don't have any good news for you. Let's just see, for the heck of it, where might we be in a wave count? So we'd start that wave count to the downside there. And so we don't have anything on a 30-minute time frame chart. We don't have, when I say anything, I'm referring to a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom pattern, a TD setup 9 count, a wave count. I don't have anything on a 30-minute time frame chart to suggest that the move is over. I don't have an A to B equals CD to the downside. So at this stage here, we just know that price came back to support. That was the point of control in a daily time frame. We know by taking a look at the daily time frame chart that the center line of that box at 1506, much closer to 1499, and so we know there's buyers that are sitting in that 1499 to 1506 level. That's why 1499.50 from a closing standpoint is so important for gold. If we take a look at Treasury bonds, they're off a point and a bit more. If we take a look at its TAS profiles, it looked like yesterday we had a breakout. Didn't have follow through, or thus far has not had follow through out here. And so if we take a look at what follow through would have meant to close above 162 in 18/30 seconds for 2 days in a row. So it's very possible that Treasury bonds here, nothing broke here, yeah, nothing broke at this stage of the game. Treasury bonds, what are they possibly doing out here? Well, today looks like it's going to be day number 6 of a TD setup 9 count. Seems similar to the equity futures contracts. They're all in day number 6, I believe, 5 or 6 out there. Well, I think today is supposed to be day number 6 in each of those. But it's very possible because of the Rhodes momentum indicator top in Treasury bonds, very similar to gold in that it could be forming an A to B equals CD to the downside. We're not there just yet. We can't make that call at this stage of the game. But what we do know is that what Treasury bonds did not do, or have not done as a 148, is had follow through to the upside to suggest that being bullish is the right call out there. So that's what I see when I take a look at those commodities. We might as well take a look at silver. We hi-ho silver down 56 cents or 3%. What is silver doing at this stage of the game? Let's get rid of that A to B equals CD. Here, just trading in between support and resistance. Now here, you can clearly see the resistance. That's at $18.76. So what you need, you've also got a what do we have out here in silver? You've got a three-river evening star pattern out here, but let's not worry about that. Let's just simply worry about the most important thing that you and I can do, other than understanding if whatever instrument it is for whatever time frame is forming a top or a bottom. If those patterns aren't present, is where is support and resistance. And again, we use a couple of different tools for that. This one's the easiest one, using the TAS market profiles. Just decorates automatically no matter what symbol we put in there. Lets us know where price is trading. And here the range is between 1756 and 1876. So neither side has an advantage at this stage. But what we do know is, and the structure of this box is slightly bullish as well. So price is right now sitting on the day daily center line where the buyers and sellers are out here, but it's not as bullish in structure as the gold daily time frame chart looked like. But we know that support has held at 1756. And if we see any kind of move below 1807 on a closing basis, then you're very likely to see the 1756 level get hit. So that's what's going on. We take a look at silver out here. So we've got gold, we've got silver, we've got the equity futures contract. Seems like we've got everything under control. Let's just take a quick peek here, see if it's awfully quiet in email land. But that's okay. We're about to go out into a hard break here and then a 2-minute wrap, and I'll try to figure out the best way to summarize for you what to be watching for the rest of the day. So right now, the Dow up 144, S&P's up about 10, NASDAQ up 45, and we'll be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. If you're a trader in the market looking for exposure to gold or gold mining equities, then now is a perfect time to sign up for Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. The summer is over, gold is trading back above $1,500, and the 10-year Treasury is hovering at around 1.5%. Tom O'Brien has been writing his weekly gold report for almost 18 years. There's no one that knows more about how the gold market trades and how gold mining equities react. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, Tom publishes his weekly gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. As of September 3rd, Gold Report subscribers have 5 active open positions with an average unrealized profit of almost 38% for each position. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up today by visiting TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionics, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. So the ES Mini 30-minute time frame, 6 minutes to go, but currently trading above 29.7750. 29.7425 is the next. Was that what I gave? What was I say? 29.7825. 29.7825 is the next key level of resistance. It's a brand new bearish structured box that just formed as we came out of the 130 segment out there. So we say nothing more bullish than a failed bearish pattern. If price is able to close above that, because that is a bearish structured 30-minute profile, it's going to signal to you that there is more of a rally that is underway. So let's finish off the show today for Satish, who wants to take a look at the S&P Global Inc. ETF. Ticker symbol there is SPGI. And the question was, or is, the question is this a short candidate? So when we take a look at this ETF, what we can see is it formed a Rhodes momentum indicator top on September the 9th. And it did that, Satish, when it generated that bearish engulfing candle, was also a key reversal. So that was it was your better candidate then to go ahead and take that to the short side out there. Then we can see the ETF actually closed below its bullish structured profile on September 10th. So it only took 2 days to actually bust through support. That was your signal of a change in trend. So then if you're looking at, okay, so where do I get in this for a short? Well, what you'd be looking at this stage, one of the things you could be looking at is a new profile that might form, or Stevie's green line. And we can see that Stevie's green line was hit on September 20th. And right now, price is trading with inside the box. So, Satish, here's the deal. Here's the game plan. If you got a hankering for taking a short in SPGI, then it is a candidate. But wait for a bounce up into Stevie's green line or the top of the current profile. And they're both right around the 256 area, 256 and changes as we speak. So hopefully that helps you out. Folks, as always, thanks so much for being here. Stay tuned because we got more great programming ahead. You've got the best polar bear on the entire planet, David White. He's up next. Obi-Wan Kenobi, he's up after that. And then we just rinse and repeat and do the same thing over tomorrow. But the cool thing is the markets are always changing. So there's always something to look at. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful Wednesday and have a great afternoon.